Welcome to this Insight series on Christian well-being. Our question for this week is basic elements of Christian well-being. How important is it to avoid worshiping idols? Number 18. Basic elements of Christian well-being. How important is it to avoid worshiping idols? First of all, an idol can be anything that we spend an inordinate amount of time on. That can be seemingly good things like our careers, our families, our education, our pursuit of news about the world, etc. Anything that takes the rightful place of God in our lives can be considered an idol. Secondly, to worship something means to show regard with great respect, honor, or devotion. There are lots of things in our lives that can meet that definition. Third, God himself is the second of his 10 commandments says this: "You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above or on the earth beneath or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sins of the fathers to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to thousands who love me and keep my commandments." Fourth, God also said in this first commandment that you shall have no other gods before me. Scripture makes it very clear that God does not want us to pursue other gods or idols that supplant his influence and his role in our lives. He loves us and wants the very best for us. His word, the Bible, contains all of the direction for our lives that we need. Fifth, this world is ultimately under the control of Satan, and one of his most frequently used strategies is to cause us to worship other gods and idols. Look around and see the world's efforts to get us to worship materialism, pleasure, sex, drugs, nature, adventure, money, technology, rebellion, etc., etc. Finally, the Bible is replete with stories and narratives about how the people of God over the millennia have consistently sought after other gods and made idols for themselves, and how God then responded by punishing them in a variety of ways. Let's not make the same mistake. In summary, our well-being as a Christian is heavily dependent on our avoiding the creation and worshiping of idols that compete with our commitment and relationship with God. Now, for more insights about the importance of avoiding the worship of idols, try putting the following terms in your web browser: biblical position on worshiping idols, biblical position on worshiping other gods. Next week, we will be addressing the question, basic elements of Christian well-being. How important is it to avoid being offended? We encourage you to live well, live wise, live long.